Okay, so this is the 3W tutorial. The way that it's going to work, in a few seconds there's going to be a black screen that pops up with the timestamps of the opener, the midsection, the closer, and the slow-mos. So if you ever come back to this video for any reason, you'll know where to go if you're needing some more guidance in a particular section. So with that being said, let's go ahead and start with the opener. So a prerequisite for the opener is Rev 2, which is a one-handed move. It looks like that, and the tutorial for that can be found pretty much anywhere on YouTube anyway. The other is not completely necessary. I mean, you can do that without knowing the actual move, but there's a magic move called a pinky count, and essentially all you're doing there is just going from a dealer's grip over and moving your index to this top corner here, and then putting opposite forces with the thumb and the pinky, pulling both down, and then you're going to just riffle with the pinky there, and that's how you're going to get one of the two packets that you'll use for the opener. So as long as you've got those two things down, you're pretty much good to go. So what you're going to do to start is you're going to come over and riffle off a packet of probably like 4, 5, 6 cards with the, I riffle with my thumb. You can do it however you want. And you're going to grab that packet on the index corners, okay? And then you're going to, in the deck hand, you're going to pinky count another packet of a similar size, okay? And then in your dominant hand, you're going to come over and you're going to turn your wrist and you're going to hook this packet here with the middle finger. Okay, so we're coming over here, and then that is going to be the starting action for this little flurry of motion that the opener consists of. Riffle, riffle. I put my ring finger underneath there. Okay. So we're coming over, we're clipping with the middle finger, and we're bringing our wrist back over and spinning this packet as we turn. And as we do that, we're also simultaneously revving this packet here, and we're going to complete the rotation of this packet with the index finger. So it sounds complicated trying to teach it, but I promise it's not that hard. Okay, so that's where we're at. And now we're going to take our thumb, and we're going to do another half spin of this packet, and we're also going to hold on to this packet here, and basically just keeping your pinky there at the bottom and letting gravity do the rest. Okay, so we're here. Now we're spinning with the thumb, grabbing that packet here. Now in the dominant hand, we're going to flare these two fingers out, and essentially all that's going to happen in order to do that little thing there, that was kind of a bad one. It's the packet almost sort of spins in the palm there, this one. And all I'm doing for that is essentially I'm turning my wrist at the same time that I'm pushing with my middle finger here. I'm turning my wrist from palm down to palm up at the same time that I'm pushing with my middle finger, and that'll allow me to grip this packet in this grip here. So coming over with the wrist, pushing this with the thumb, grabbing that packet there, and then flaring these two fingers, and then turning the wrist and pushing with the middle finger to grab it into this. and now you're left in this position, which leads straight into the midsection. Okay, so to continue the cut, you're going to want to know what an Erdnase grip is. Erdnase grip is essentially you're going to be in dealer's grip here, and then you're going to move the index out of the way, move the pinky at the bottom, and you're going to come over with a thumb at the top and lift off a packet. Okay, and now you're in Erdnase grip. Okay, so we've got our opener. Okay, now from here, what we're going to do is we're going to first start the spin with the ring finger of our non-dominant hand at the exact same time that we're opening this in a Erdnase grip. Okay, and now we're going to turn both of our wrists palm down, and as we do that, we're going to use the thumb to spin this packet the rest of the way. So we're here, and now both wrists go palm down, curling with the pinky. And this packet is doing a full flip by the end of it. Okay, so ring finger, both down, use the thumb to spin the rest of the way. Okay, now this is kind of a weird grip, but essentially all I'm gripping it with is just my thumb and this part of my dominant hand. It's gonna feel a little weird at first, especially trying to steer that packet in the direction that you want it to go. But if you practice it, I find it's really pretty usable, pretty satisfying. Ring finger, thumb. Okay, let go with the middle finger, and all I'm doing here is I'm simply I'm sort of turning my hand so that it's first the non-dominant hand is closer to my thumb, and as I go it's now closer to my index. Okay, so I'm making sort of a 90-degree arc there with that packet, and essentially that packet is going to connect quite nicely with that Jack of Hearts packet. We're here. Okay, ring, thumb, drop the middle finger, and then simply steer with the thumb to connect those two packets. Okay, and that's the midsection. Okay, if you've made it this far, I congratulate you. I hope I'm doing a good job teaching it. It is kind of a difficult move, but the closer is definitely the easiest part, so stick with me here. So we've got the first two pieces, which is the opener and the midsection. Okay, and I didn't mention this in the midsection, the midsection section, but you want to make the rotation of that middle packet as fluid as possible. You want to have a decent amount of rhythm to it. You don't want this one to be super slow and then that to be super fast and then the connection to be a different speed. You want it to be the exact same speed. It's got to be you know, like a song. You know what I mean? It's got to be predictable. It has to have rhythm, all that good stuff. Okay, we're here, and all we're going to do from here is we're going to lift the dominant hand, or sorry, non-dominant hand to meet the dominant hand, and we're going to grab a hold of that packet that's in the Erdnase grip. And now I'm just gripping this packet like this. Okay, and all I'm going to do is simply turn my wrist and then drop the packet, and it closes pretty simply, pretty nicely like that. Okay, so one more time here. Okay, so we're meeting, we're taking. The taking doesn't have to be such a defined motion. It's really just a quick, super quick thing. You see, it's not really its own thing. It's just something that you should be aware of if you want it to be smoother. I make an effort to grab that packet, but again, it doesn't necessarily have to be visible or pronounced or any of that. So again, just twisting the wrist, dropping, and pushing. And that's the move. I hope you enjoy it, and here's some slow-mos to help you out.
Can you do that?
I can do anything.
Cool.